Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to learn 3 very common but very important English words. These words are sad, unhappy, and upset. Many English learners think these words have exactly the same meaning, but in reality, there are small differences between them. If you understand these differences, your English will sound more natural, more fluent, and more confident. In daily conversation, in movies, in books, and even in exams, these words are used very often. Sometimes people say, I am sad. Sometimes they say, I am unhappy. And sometimes they say, I am upset. But when should we use each one? Which word is stronger? Which word is more emotional? Which word is used for temporary feelings and which one is used for deeper emotions? That is exactly what we are going to learn today. By the end of this lesson, you will clearly understand the meanings of sad, unhappy, and upset. You will also learn how native speakers use these words naturally in real-life conversations. We will discuss pronunciation, meanings, emotional intensity, grammar patterns, common mistakes, and practical examples. And of course, I will give you 5 examples for each word so that you can remember them easily. So stay with me till the end because this lesson is going to improve both your vocabulary and your speaking skills. Let us begin with the first word. Sad. The word sad is one of the most common emotional words in English. It describes a feeling of sorrow, disappointment, or emotional pain. When something bad happens, when we lose something important, or when we feel emotionally hurt, we often feel sad. Sad is a direct emotional word. It is simple, natural, and commonly used in everyday English. Children use it, adults use it, and native speakers use it all the time. Pronunciation of sad is very simple. Sad. Now let us understand the feeling behind this word. Sad usually describes emotional pain caused by something unfortunate. For example, if your friend moves away, you may feel sad. If you watch an emotional movie, you may feel sad. If someone says hurtful words to you, you may feel sad. Sad can be temporary or deep depending on the situation. One important thing to remember is that sad focuses mainly on emotional pain and sorrow. It does not always mean anger or frustration. It is mostly connected with emotional heaviness. Now let us look at different situations where we use sad. We use sad when something emotional happens. We use sad when we feel disappointed. We use sad when we feel lonely. We use sad when something unfortunate happens. We use sad when we feel sympathy for someone. Now let us understand some common sentence structures. I am sad. She feels sad. He looks sad. They were sad about the news. It is sad to hear that. Now let us discuss 5 examples of sad carefully. Example number 1. I felt sad after hearing the bad news. In this sentence, the person feels emotional pain because of bad news. Example number 2. She was sad when her best friend left the city. This sentence shows emotional sadness caused by separation. Example number 3. The movie made everyone sad. Here, the movie created emotional feelings in people. Example number 4. He looked sad because he failed the exam. In this sentence, sadness comes from disappointment. Example number 5. It is sad to see animals suffering on the streets. Here, sadness is connected with sympathy and emotional concern. Now let us discuss some common expressions with sad. Sad story. Sad face. Sad memory. Sad music. Deeply sad. Very sad. Feeling sad. A sad moment. Now let us understand an important point. Sad is emotional but calm. Usually, when someone is sad, they are quiet, emotional, or thoughtful. The word does not normally suggest anger or irritation. Now let us move to the second word. Unhappy. The word unhappy also means not feeling happy, but it is slightly different from sad. Unhappy is often broader and less emotional than sad. It can describe dissatisfaction, disappointment, or a lack of happiness over a longer period of time. Pronunciation. Unhappy. Now let us understand the feeling behind this word. When someone is unhappy, it means they are not satisfied with their situation, life, work, relationship, or condition. The feeling may not be intense emotional pain. Instead, it may describe a general lack of joy or satisfaction. For example, a person may be unhappy in a job because they do not enjoy the work. A student may be unhappy with exam results. Someone may be unhappy in a relationship. So remember this important difference. Sad is more emotional. Unhappy is more about dissatisfaction or lack of happiness. Sometimes people use unhappy in formal English more than sad. Now let us discuss situations where we use unhappy. We use unhappy when someone is dissatisfied. We use unhappy when someone is not enjoying life or a situation. We use unhappy when something does not meet expectations. We use unhappy for long-term emotional states. Now let us look at sentence patterns. I am unhappy with my performance. She seems unhappy lately. They were unhappy about the decision. He became unhappy in his new job. We are unhappy with the service. Now let us discuss 5 examples of unhappy carefully. Example number 1. She was unhappy with her exam results. This means she was dissatisfied or disappointed. Example number 2. He felt unhappy in his new workplace. Here, the feeling is long-term dissatisfaction. Example number 3. The customers were unhappy about the poor service. This sentence shows dissatisfaction. Example number 4. I have been unhappy for several weeks. This sentence describes a continuing emotional condition. Example number 5. They were unhappy with the manager's decision. Again, this sentence focuses more on dissatisfaction than emotional pain. Now let us discuss some common expressions with unhappy. Unhappy customer. Unhappy marriage. Unhappy life. Unhappy ending. Unhappy with something. Deeply unhappy. Emotionally unhappy. Now let us compare sad and unhappy carefully. If someone says, I am sad, it often means they are emotionally hurt right now. If someone says, I am unhappy, it often means something in life is not satisfying them. For example, I am sad because my cat died. This is emotional pain. I am unhappy with my job. This is dissatisfaction. Can both words sometimes overlap? Yes, absolutely. Sometimes an unhappy person can also feel sad. But the emotional focus is different. Sad is emotional sorrow. Unhappy is lack of happiness or satisfaction. Now let us move to the third word. Upset. This word is extremely common in spoken English. Pronunciation. Upset. Upset is different from sad and unhappy because it often includes emotional disturbance. A person who is upset may feel sad, angry, worried, disappointed, or emotionally disturbed all at the same time. This is a very important point. Upset is a mixed emotional reaction. When people say, I am upset, they often mean that something has emotionally disturbed them. For example, if someone insults you, you may feel upset. If someone breaks your trust, you may feel upset. If plans fail suddenly, you may feel upset. Upset can include sadness, but it often also includes frustration or anger. Now let us discuss situations where we use upset. We use upset when someone feels emotionally disturbed. We use upset after arguments or conflicts. We use upset when someone feels hurt and angry together. We use upset when bad news affects someone emotionally. Now let us look at sentence patterns. I am upset about what happened. She was upset after the argument. He became upset when he lost his phone. They looked upset. Do not get upset. Now let us discuss 5 examples of upset carefully. Example number 1. She was upset after hearing the rude comments. This sentence shows emotional hurt. Example number 2. He became upset when his plans failed. This sentence includes disappointment and frustration. Example number 3. My mother was upset because I came home late. This sentence may include worry and anger together. Example number 4. I felt upset after our argument. This sentence shows emotional disturbance caused by conflict. Example number 5. The children were upset when the trip was cancelled. This sentence includes disappointment and sadness. Now let us discuss some common expressions with upset. Emotionally upset. Very upset. Upset about something. Upset stomach. Upset feelings. Get upset. Feeling upset. Now here is an important note. Upset can also describe physical problems like stomach issues. For example, I ate too much spicy food and now my stomach is upset. But today our focus is emotional meaning. Now let us compare all three words together carefully because this is the most important part of the lesson. Sad. Main meaning is emotional sorrow or pain. Unhappy. Main meaning is dissatisfaction or lack of happiness. Upset. Main meaning is emotional disturbance that may include sadness, anger, worry, or frustration. Now let us compare them with one situation. Imagine your friend forgets your birthday. You may feel sad because they forgot you. You may feel unhappy because the friendship does not feel caring. You may feel upset because you are emotionally hurt and possibly angry. Can you see the difference now? Sad is softer and emotional. Unhappy is broader and more lasting. Upset is emotionally disturbed and stronger in reaction. Now let us discuss emotional intensity. Sad is emotional pain. Unhappy is emotional dissatisfaction. Upset is emotional disturbance. Now let us learn some advanced understanding. Native speakers often use upset instead of angry because it sounds softer and more polite. For example, instead of saying, "My teacher was angry," someone may say, "My teacher was upset." This sounds more natural and polite in conversation. Now let us discuss grammar points. Sad is commonly followed by about. I am sad about the news. Unhappy is commonly followed by with. She is unhappy with her job. Upset is commonly followed by about or over. He is upset about the argument. She is upset over the decision. These small grammar patterns are extremely important for fluent English. Now let us discuss common mistakes learners make. Mistake number 1. Using sad for every emotional situation. Many learners say, "I am sad," even when they are angry or frustrated. In those cases, upset may be a better choice. Mistake number 2. Confusing unhappy with sad. Remember that unhappy often focuses on dissatisfaction, not emotional pain. Mistake number 3. Using upset only for sadness. Upset is broader. It may include anger, frustration, worry, disappointment, and sadness together. Now let us practice with situations. Situation number 1. You lost your favorite pet. Best word. Sad. Because this situation causes emotional sorrow. Situation number 2. You do not enjoy your job anymore. Best word. Unhappy. Because this is dissatisfaction over time. Situation number 3. Someone insulted you publicly. Best word. Upset. Because you feel emotionally disturbed and hurt. Situation number 4. Your plans were cancelled suddenly. Best word. Upset. Because disappointment and frustration are mixed together. Situation number 5. You watched an emotional film. Best word. Sad. Because the movie caused emotional feelings. Now let us study emotional depth more carefully. Sad is often connected with tears, loneliness, heartbreak, or emotional pain. Unhappy is often connected with dissatisfaction, stress, frustration with life, or emotional emptiness. Upset is often connected with emotional reaction after a disturbing event. Now let us learn how these words sound in conversations. Conversation 1. Why are you sad? I miss my family. Conversation 2. Why are you unhappy at work? Because I do not enjoy the environment anymore. Conversation 3. Why are you upset? Because someone lied to me. Notice how natural these sound. Now let us discuss tone and emotional strength. Sad sounds emotional and soft. Unhappy sounds thoughtful and serious. Upset sounds emotionally reactive. Now let us understand another important difference. Sad and unhappy can sometimes describe long emotional states. For example, she has been unhappy for years. He has been sad since the accident. But upset is often temporary and connected to a specific event. For example, she was upset after the argument. Usually, the feeling may calm down later. Now let us discuss body language connected with these emotions because this also helps understanding. A sad person may cry or stay quiet. An unhappy person may complain or seem dissatisfied. An upset person may react emotionally, argue, or become disturbed. Now let us practice more examples together. Sad examples. I felt sad after saying goodbye to my grandparents. The sad music made her cry. He became sad when he remembered his childhood. We were sad to hear about the accident. She looked sad sitting alone in the park. Unhappy examples. My parents were unhappy with my behavior. He seems unhappy in his marriage. The employees are unhappy about the new rules. I was unhappy with the quality of the product. She became unhappy after moving to another city. Upset examples. He was upset because nobody listened to him. She felt upset after reading the message. The coach was upset about the team's performance. I do not want to upset my parents. They became upset when the flight was delayed. Now let us discuss some powerful speaking tips. If you want to sound natural in English, do not repeat the same emotional word every time. Instead of always saying sad, try using unhappy or upset depending on the situation. For example, I am upset about the misunderstanding. I am unhappy with my progress. I feel sad about losing my friend. This variety makes your English more expressive and fluent. Now let us discuss pronunciation practice. Repeat after me. Sad. I feel sad. Unhappy. She is unhappy. Upset. They are upset. Practice these sentences slowly and clearly. Now let us discuss emotional vocabulary related to these words. Words related to sad. Depressed. Heartbroken. Lonely. Disappointed. Miserable. Words related to unhappy. Dissatisfied. Frustrated. Discontent. Discouraged. Troubled. Words related to upset. Disturbed. Angry. Annoyed. Emotional. Frustrated. These related words help increase your vocabulary even more. Now let us do a quick revision. Sad means emotional sorrow. Unhappy means not satisfied or lacking happiness. Upset means emotionally disturbed, often with mixed emotions. Sad is emotional pain. Unhappy is dissatisfaction. Upset is emotional reaction. Now let us look at one final comparison. Imagine a student fails an important exam. If the student cries because of disappointment, we say the student is sad. If the student feels life is going badly and loses motivation, we say the student is unhappy. If the student becomes emotional, frustrated, and angry after seeing the result, we say the student is upset. This is how context changes the best word choice. English is not only about grammar. It is also about emotions, tone, and natural expression. The better you understand emotional vocabulary, the more natural your English becomes. And remember this important thing. Native speakers do not always choose words based only on dictionary meanings. They choose words based on feeling, intensity, and situation. That is why understanding small differences between words is extremely important for fluency. So from today, do not use these 3 words randomly. Think carefully about the emotion. Is it emotional sorrow? Use sad. Is it dissatisfaction or lack of happiness? Use unhappy. Is it emotional disturbance mixed with frustration, anger, or disappointment? Use upset. This small understanding will make a big difference in your English speaking and writing. Thank you so much for watching and learning with me today. I hope this lesson helped you understand the real difference between sad, unhappy, and upset. Practice the examples again, make your own sentences, and use these words in daily conversation. The more you practice, the more natural your English will become. Keep learning, keep practicing, and keep improving your English every single day. See you in the next lesson. Practice these words daily in speaking and writing. Create your own sentences. Listen to English conversations carefully and notice how native speakers use these words naturally. The more you practice, the more confident and fluent you will become. Thank you for listening to this lecture. Keep learning, keep practicing, and keep improving your English every single day.